There are no masks at this political rally, not because the crowd doesn't want to wear them, but because they don't need to. Under Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern's leadership, New Zealand has defeated coronavirus twice with only 25 deaths. A majority of Kiwis think she's the politician that will keep them safe.
And Bulavanaka! I'm pleased that I could stand up with the weight of these beautiful flowers.
I think what she's achieved over, obviously, this year in particular with COVID and all that, I think she's done a great job of what she's been faced with.
We feel secure in this country. If we had our president like her in the United States, the things would have been different in the world.
Our grandchildren think that she's just wonderful, the people's princess. The warmth, the empathy, the kindness, the narrative that she expresses, which is actually helping move the body politic.
On Saturday, a landslide victory returned Ardern to office. She met with her senior ministers in a suburban cafe to celebrate the Labour Party getting its biggest share of the vote in 50 years and becoming the first New Zealand party to be able to rule without a coalition partner in 25.
You must have been the only person in the country who wasn't in shock.
I did. Oh, look, on terms of the numbers, I mean, the outcome, the fact that we had that strong mandate, that's what we'd worked so hard for. But my hope as someone who has, of course, a strong interest in politics is that we have elections globally where we try and move beyond the divisive nature that elections can sometimes bring, because that can be damaging for democracy, regardless of the side of the House.
Lincoln here is one of the most racist presidents we've had in modern history.
So don't give me the stuff about how you're this innocent baby. Joe, they're calling you a corrupt politician.
Nobody.
President Trump, I want to stay on the issue of race. We're talking about the issue.
From hell.
Very quickly.
There are 50 former national intelligence folks who said that what he's accusing me of is a Russian plant. They have said that this has all the 5 former heads of the CIA, both parties, say what he's saying is a bunch of garbage.
You mean the laptop is now another Russia hoax?
And that's exactly what. Is this where you're going?
This is where he's going. The laptop is Russia,
Gentlemen,
Russia.
I want to stay on the issue of race.
You have to be kidding. Here we go again with Russia.
We're going to continue on the issue of race. Mr. President, you've described.
My son has not made money in terms of this thing about, what are you talking about? China. I have not had, the only guy who made money from China is this guy. He's the only one. Nobody else has made money from China. His buddy, Rudy Giuliani, he's being used as a Russian pawn. He's being fed information that is Russian, that is not true. And then what happens? Nothing happens. And then you find out that everything that's going on here about Russia is wanting to make sure that I do not get elected the next president of the United States.
I don't make money from China. You do. I don't make money from Ukraine. You do. I don't make money from Russia. You made $3.5 million, Joe, and your son gave you. They even have a statement that we have to give 10% to the big man. You're the big man, I think. I don't know. Maybe you're not, but you're the big man, I think. Your son said we have to give 10% to the big man. Joe, what's that all about?
I have one final question.
Would he close down the oil industry?
It falls.
Would you close down the oil industry?
By the way, I would transition from the oil industry, yes.
Oh,
I would
that's
transition.
a big statement.
It is a big statement because I would stop.
Why would you do that?
Because the oil industry pollutes significantly.
They did it. We changed the policy.
Your response to that?
They did it. We changed.
Did not.
They built the cages. Who built the cages, Joe?
Let's talk about what
Who built the cages,
Joe?
Joe?
Let's talk about what we're talking about. He says about the poor boys. Last time we were on stage here, he said, I told them to stand down and stand ready. Come on. This guy is a dog whistle about as big as a foghorn.
They want to terminate 180 million plans. We have done an incredible job on health care, and we're going to do even better.
Okay. Vice President Biden, yes. Do you think this is the right time to ask them to raise the minimum wage? You, of course, support a $15 federal minimum wage.
I do, because I think one of the things we're going to have to do is we're going to have to bail them out, too.
On to immigration,
one thing very
but I
quickly,
want
he
to
said
get
we
your
have
reaction.
to help our small businesses by raising the minimum wage. That's not helping. I think it should be a state option. Alabama is different than New York. How are you helping your small businesses when you're forcing wages? What's going to happen, and what's been proven to happen, is when you do that, these small businesses fire many of their employees.
You said very recently.
We would say, come back in 2 years, 3 years. We're going to give you a court case. You need Perry Mason. We're going to give you a court case. When you say they come back, they don't come back, Joe.
Yeah.
They never come back. Only the really, I hate to say this, but those with the lowest IQ, they might come back.
Okay, President Trump,
you keep talking about all these things you're going to do, and you're going to do this, but you were there just a short time ago, and you guys did nothing.
We did.
You know, Joe, I ran because of you. I ran because of Barack Obama, because you did a poor job. If I thought you did a good job, I would have never run. I would have never run. I ran because of you. I'm looking at you now. You're a politician. I ran because of you. When you say spike, take a look at what's happening in Pennsylvania, where they've had it closed. Take a look at what's happening with your friend in Michigan, where her husband's the only one allowed to do anything. It's been like a prison. Now it was just ruled unconstitutional.
This is, don't worry. It's all going to be over soon. Come on. There's not another serious scientist in the world who thinks it's going to be over soon.
President Trump, your reaction?
I say over soon. I say we're learning to live with it. We have no choice. We can't lock ourselves up in a basement like Joe does. He has the ability to lock himself up. I don't know. He's obviously made a lot of money someplace, but he has this thing about living in a basement. People can't do that.
The expectation is we'll have another 200,000 Americans dead between now and the end of the year. If we just wore these masks, the president's own advisors have told him, we could save 100,000 lives. And we're in a circumstance where the president thus far and still has no plan.
So many years, I loved it. It was vibrant. It's dying. Everyone's leaving New York.
Take a look at what New York has done in terms of turning the curve down in terms of the number of people dying. And I don't look at this in terms of the way he does. Blue states and red states. They're all the United States. And look at the states that are having such a spike in the coronavirus. They're the red states. What I'm going to do is pass Obamacare with a public option. It'll become Biden-care. The public option is an option that says that if you, in fact, do not have the wherewithal if you qualify for Medicaid and you do not have the wherewithal in your state to get Medicaid, you automatically are enrolled, providing competition for insurance companies. I support private insurance. That's why not one single person with private insurance would lose their insurance under my plan, nor did they under Obamacare. They did not lose their insurance unless they chose they wanted to go to something else.
You know what, North Korea? We're not in a war. We have a good relationship. You know, people don't understand. Having a good relationship
Trump,
with leaders of other countries is a good thing.
We have a lot of questions to get to.
That's like saying we had a good relationship with Hitler before he, in fact, invaded Europe.
Prediction is that Donald Trump will become the first sitting president since George H.W. Bush in 1992 to lose re-election. And never before in the history of the United States has the party holding the White House suffered such a sudden and dramatic reversal of fortune in just a matter of a few months. It's never happened before. Look, here's what's going on. The Republican base is old white guys like me. You can't create more old white guys. Unfortunately, you can't make us live to be 150. So what they're trying to do is suppress the vote of the rising Democratic base of young people and minorities. This really worries me. Secondly, Russian intervention. They're back. They've learned a lot in 4 years. They may even try to get into our voting technology or registration rolls. And once again, Donald Trump is welcoming and exploiting Russian intervention. These are obviously much bigger threats to our democracy than they are to my prediction system, but they could counterfeit any prediction. I stand by my prediction. I'm just issuing these.
Mr. Thomas, I have some bad news. You have a serious medical condition, and if you don't have surgery immediately, you'll likely die.
Oh my God.
With your current health care plan, you can only choose between 2 people to do the surgery, but the choice is totally yours. We have Dr. Stewart, a surgeon trained specifically in this procedure, The circus clown.
Wow. Gotcha. Where did the surgeon go to school?
You heard your options, right?
Yeah, I know. It's just, this is my life we're talking about. I just want to make an informed decision.
Well, it looks like Dr. Stewart went to undergrad at Purdue University.
Purdue? Not like a Harvard or the other one?
He did undergrad at Purdue, and then med school at NYU, and then residency at Johns Hopkins.
And the clown?
Just a circus clown. Not a surgeon, but it does look like this clown was best known for performing at Bartholomew and Bott's Big Ring.
Oh my God, I've seen him. He's kind of famous.
Yeah, he's clown famous.
And the surgeon, he's not famous?
Well, he is very renowned in his field.
But I wouldn't, like, recognize him from anything?
Anything being?
I don't know, like a show or Instagram or TikTok.
No.
It's a lot of moving around.
Huh?
The surgeon, a lot of moving around. Purdue, the other places that you said.
Yes.
So that's not suspicious to you?
No.
I see. So you're in on this?
In on what?
I see. And the clown, did he do a lot of moving around during his experience?
You mean his experience as a clown and not a doctor of any kind?
Yes.
No. He was mostly just a clown for the one circus.
Solid track record then.
Okay, I feel like we're getting a little bit off topic. You need this surgery to save your life. And there is one doctor and one clown.
Man, that clown is funny.
Mr. Thomas, this is a very serious decision.
Right, of course, totally. And just to make sure, does the surgeon have good morals?
Every doctor takes the Hippocratic Oath, which is a pretty strict ethical code.
Well, that's very reassuring. And the clown? Is there some equivalency in the clown world?
No.
Are you sure? Feels like there should be.
I'm not sure, but there would be no reason for clowns to have a moral code because they don't deal with life or death situations.
Until now, that is.
Yeah.
So maybe they should fix that?
Or you could just have him not operate on you.
For sure, for sure. It's just the surgeon is clearly a privileged elite.
Okay.
So, obviously, that means that he worships the devil and he dissects baby squirrels.
There is no reason to think that the surgeon does any of that.
But the idea's out there now, isn't it?
Because you said it.
I know, but now that it's out there, it just feels so icky.
I'll be honest with you. This clown has performed surgery before, and he has killed a lot of people.
How many people?
Over 200,000 in the last 8 months.
Wow, that is a lot of numbers. But maybe they would have died anyway?
But that's the point. Probably a lot of people could have been saved with the proper surgeon.
I'm leaning clown.
Why?
The clown told me he could do the surgery. And I don't know where you're getting your numbers, but the clown just gave me this very confident looking graph.
Oh my God, I can assure you. He doesn't know how to do surgery. He is a clown.
So one of you two is lying to me. How do I know that you're not the clown?
Because he's the clown.
Fair. He's very good at tricks, though. The satanic squirrel dissector, does he do tricks?
You mean the surgeon? He can do the very impressive trick of saving your life from all his years of training as a surgeon.
It'd be pretty wild, though, if the clown did my surgery. So crazy.
Yes, that would be crazy.
I know, he's not even trained.
Exactly. This clown has no idea what he's doing, and if you don't get the surgery, you will die.
Don't tell me what to do.
It's not telling you what to do if I'm just describing the facts of the world around you.
Well, don't describe the facts of the world around me if they're bad.
Okay, surgeon, clown. What are you gonna do?
I don't know yet, but maybe if I yell enough, I'll figure it out. You push me into this room and you put the weight of the world on my shoulders, and then you tell me that my only and obvious choice is this buttoned up sucker, and then my only other option is this fake non-option, and you call me an idiot for doubting the integrity of the system itself? Well, it's I scenario. And I don't know, maybe you're wrong. Maybe there is some other choice. Or maybe I can beat this thing on my own. Or maybe you're lying to me and I'm not even sick. Or maybe, just maybe, if I'm gonna die anyway, then my one mark on this stupid planet is to be the guy that got famous for having the world's most popular clown give him surgery. The clown told me he could do it. Maybe it'll be great and cool.
I know this isn't easy or comfortable. This is a very serious situation. But there is hope. There is a way out. And yes, the system is flawed. And you and I might agree or we might disagree on how it's flawed, but it is. And that's why we need people like you to make it through the surgery so that you can make a difference and help change the system. This clown doesn't know how to do surgery.
I'm a great surgeon!
And if you let him, it's not going to be good. I promise you. He is bad, and he is not cool. And if enough people like you pick the clown, there might not even be a surgeon as an option next time.
I understand.